In this video, we're going to look at the FixedIT time and area application that is implemented using the FixedIT Data Agent. So what we can see here is a fisheye camera view, and what we want to do is to say that people are not allowed to park their vehicles outside the ports here. We expect these two ports to be free, and we don't expect any people to hang around at this area either. But at the same time, people are often driving by and people are walking by, so we need to accept people are in the view, but they shouldn't loitering for too long time. And this can normally be done with the built-in access object analytics in the access cameras. But for fisheye cameras, they do not allow you to do that time and area use case. So what we have done is that we have built an application on our FixedIT Data Agent. So FixedIT Data Agent is an application development platform that simplifies application of analytics applications, automation application, and data bridging applications for the access cameras. So if we go to configuration page, we can see that we have a configuration loaded and enabled here, which is our time and area application. And we also have a custom user interface loaded, which we can see here. And we can scroll down to the preview of the user interface here. So here we can see that we have a few different application settings. We have how long time is the object allowed to be in this area. We have a filter to select what kind of objects we should use for this analytics. And we have the zone configuration. So we have the one currently in use that we can see here. We can also choose to import a zone from any of the access object analytics use cases that we have configured. Because in many cases you might want to run both access object analytics and this application at the same time, since they are doing complementary alarms that you might use for different things. And if we go to the currently in use one, then we can also move around here. So we might say, for example, that it's only these two parking spots here that we are going to monitor. So now we can save this polygon here. And we can, of course, also open the user interface in full screen to get it a bit bigger. And maybe we actually want to move this a little bit out. And here we can just add a new point if you want to get it more configurable. So this is how it looks configuration-wise. And if we go back to the camera and look at the live view, we can see here that now it should show us any detections live when there is a vehicle entering. So we can see the object detections now, and it shows that the vehicle is arriving here. And these object detections are from the built-in object analytics. And if we stay here for more than the allowed amount of time, then we should see an alarm showing up. And there we see the too long time and area alarm. So this is an access event that gets triggered, and that allows us to connect this action to any other automation rules. And the good thing about the FixedIT Data Agent application is that all these things are customizable. So the whole code for doing this kind of analytics is actually visible in this configuration file here, using this Python-like language. So if you are not happy with the logic that we are doing in this case, you can just edit these files yourself, and you can customize the algorithm to actually suit your need. Because it depends a little bit on what kind of use case it is, how you want to handle edge cases. For example, let's say that the car is going into the zone and then it is going out of the zone again and going in again. Should the counter reset to 0 then, or should you continue to hold that duration active? That is something that you can choose yourself. In our implementation here, we have assumed it works one way, but if you don't like that, then you can just edit the configuration code here and adapt it yourself. And in the configuration code here at the end, you will also see our event output. Here we are defining the event that this application should trigger. So if you want to include any other type of event data here, or perhaps you want to send the event notification as an HTTP notification or an MQTT message, then again you're just changing this to another plugin and handling the output in another way. So it's a very customizable functionality. And this user interface is also a custom user interface. So you can create your own user interfaces, you can upload the user interfaces here, and they will appear in this list. So this is an application. The FixedIT Data Agent is an application that we use a lot, both to create these kind of custom analytics use cases for our customers. And it really speeds up the development process and makes the maintenance super cheap, because the runtime application is maintained for you. But you can also use the FixedIT Data Agent to develop your own analytics. So instead of hiring us to implement the analytics use cases for you, you can just buy a license for the FixedIT Data Agent and then start writing your own configuration files, start creating your own custom user interfaces, and start deploying that to all your cameras. So it's really a game changer for custom analytics in the Axis cameras.